Okay, so this happened. I don't know if you saw this. 31 people arrested in Idaho have ties to a white nationalist group and plan to riot at a pride event. Police say, here's what we know, says CNN. Want to know what CNN knows? Squat. I'll tell you what. So here's a video they took. Now, I just want, what jumps out? So what jumps out to you in this picture? Two things jump out to me in this picture. They've somehow arrested all these guys, but they didn't take their masks off them. What? That's the first thing they would do. And the second thing they would do is take their fucking backpacks away from them. That's the second thing they would do. You don't let the guy have his backpack full of weapons on his back.
And possibly as many as one smoke bombs.
So here's a video.
You know what this looks like? It looks like when they made the HBO Watchmen series. Like, I thought like something from Bad Robot came up with this, you know?
Well, let's watch the video. Here it is. So all the cops are not even looking at them. They're looking the other way. Why would the cops be looking the other way? Again, what are they doing?
Well, since Uvalde, they have to face away from crimes too.
Since Uvalde in Texas, the cops are now instructed to turn away from the crime scene.
Don't take their backpacks. Let them.
Don't take their backpacks. In fact, take their hands, put them on their backpacks so they have access to them.
Boy, I'll tell you what, Patriot Front, I don't think they're very good rioters. I have to tell you, they're very orderly.
Boy, they're way too orderly for a riot. When was the last time Patriot Front actually had a riot? They always keep getting stopped.
Well, I do think the cops are great for catching. Like, can you imagine if at January 6th, the cops had shown the hustle that they just showed stopping a potential riot at an Idaho gay pride parade? Can you imagine? If they focused on the nation's capital and had undercover and stuff.
An Idaho gay pride parade. Idaho. And these guys, they were all coming from out of state except for two of them. Who the F would want to travel to Idaho to go mess with gay Idahoans? Who would do that? I submit to you, I don't know anyone who would do that. But here's what CNN says about this. This is what they know. This is what they know. After an alarmed 911 caller reported a group dressed like a little army getting into a moving truck, police in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho, arrested 31 men believed to be linked to a white nationalist group and who had plans to riot at a weekend pride event, authorities said. Now, you're telling me that A, the FBI doesn't have infiltrators in this group, and B, they didn't know anything about this? They're monitoring these groups constantly. They don't know about... They needed a 911 call to give them a heads up that there's 31 militia guys packed into a U-Haul going to create a riot. By the way, none of them had guns.
You didn't assume they were part of the gay pride parade immediately, first of all? Dressed like little soldiers?
There's 31 guys with masks on crammed into a U-Haul. You don't think there's some hand jobs happening in there? Go ahead, Jax. You want to say something?
The only reason why they probably had to catch themselves is because it was all FBI in the truck, and they got caught in their plans when someone called the police.
So this to me smacks of one of those Michigan. Michigan governor is going to be kidnapped, and there's 12 people going to kidnap her, and 9 of them are FBI. That's what it sounds like to me.
Well,
without a doubt.
I heard word on the street is their next target was going to be the Postmates bottom-friendly menu. They were going to hack it.
People don't know the joke.
Diarrhea foods.
Kurt, you're doing jokes people don't have the setup for.
Oh my God! It's the.
I know we have to. Let's. All right. We'll get to it. But people
it's
don't.
My favorite commercial I've ever seen.
There's a new commercial. The large group, which police believe was affiliated with the Patriot Front, was seen at a hotel piling into a U-Haul with riot gear, not guns, not knives, but riot gear.
They had a shield. I don't know what they're up to. Maybe defending themselves with a shield somewhere.
I guess next time there's a school shooting that's about to happen, they should tell the police that the shooter's carrying riot gear instead of gun.
They got riot gear. They look like a little army. And then they were later pulled over and arrested. A Coeur d'Alene police chief Lee White said. So white in Idaho, even their names are white.
You know, this actually makes me lose faith in other things that I thought might be conspiracies, how badly this is done.
Right. Right.
I'm like, they're not good at it.
Right. So the other ones you think they're good at, well, I mean, they weren't good at Russiagate either. Russiagate was completely baseless. There was never any evidence for it. It was all made up. And anytime you looked at any of the evidence, you could debunk it yourself. A dumb guy like me could do that.
No, it's like Jehovah's Witness. You have to have a base installed, like a base, like PlayStation, and then you can get new games for it. So like Russiagate was one, then we move on to the next one. Like, so I just don't have that.
So Russiagate is like the base game, and then Ukraine is like a new plugin, right?
I watched MSNBC on the whole plane because I got stuck coming back.
Yeah,
I only see the clips of it. I had no idea what it's like to watch it back end to end.
MSNBC,
it's unreal.
Yeah.
You like, is anything happening in the world besides this one thing? Like, okay, that's a big January 6th thing's of news. You've said everything you can say about it. Like, I don't need to hear, the ratings were good too.
They're going to talk about it for 24 hours a day, Kurt. All right, back to this story, though. We're getting off track. They were later pulled over and arrested, blah, blah, blah. The group was headed to a Pride in the Park event at Coeur d'Alene City Park, police said. The event included a Pride walk and performances by local musicians, dancers, and drag artists. Haymond referred to those arrested as young men who seemed to not have a purpose. They seemed pretty purposeful. I mean, who dresses like that and they're not purposeful? You know that their beds were made. You could bounce a quarter off their bed. You know that come on.
Not a single one of those stupid ear gauges in any of the lobes of their ears.
Yes. So I think those people, they're young men who seem to not have a purpose. No, that's not what guys who don't have a purpose look like. And by the way,
great posture.
And they had great. That's right. They had great posture, and they were kneeling, even up, standing up, and with their chest out, chin up. They're not. These are not guys who lack purpose.
Does he mean because I still don't understand what Patriot Front's message is? Every time I look at a Patriot Front thing, I don't know what they're getting.
I don't know what they want. I have no idea what their Patriot Front means. Asked what he thought the group might have done had police not thwarted their alleged plans, he said, "I have not seen that these people had any firearms." And I just decided to say it in the most confusing way possible. Who talks like that? I have not seen that these people had any fire. I have not seen that these people had. Who talks like that? I didn't see any firearms. No, they didn't have any firearms. Or I didn't seen. Not I have not seen that these people had any. Don't know what. That's not how a normal person talks.
We didn't go into kids' backpack or anything. So
yeah, we didn't open their backpacks. We just cuffed them with zip ties.
Got in there.
So I have not seen that thing. So I think it would have been mostly just disruption and trying to cause fear. You mean like this whole thing? Just like that. Police found at least one smoke grenade. A smoke grenade.
At least one.
They call it a grenade. You mean
they also had a bunch of riot t-shirts on, so you have to think about that. That's a threat as well.
And so they actually made arrests. So they said, this is what they say. They say this guy, among those arrested Saturday, was Patriot Front leader and definitely not an infiltrator or co-opted by the FBI, Thomas Ryan Rousseau, that the county sheriff said, and there he is.
You know how young this, like, all these grown men follow Doogie Howser, Nazi, all over the various Pride events, the lamest.
The lamest. That we're going to get your shields. We're going to go cause disruption. Of who? Of the gays. No one feels like that.
You could march with them. You wouldn't notice the difference.
You wouldn't know. No one cares. So back to this. Let's go back to this. Russo led several dozen members of a vanguard American Texas during the Unite the Right rally, and later led a contingent of Virginia members to create Patriot Front. That's who it is. It's all fishy to me. Here's the last time they did it. Remember the last time? Bystanders booed as the far-right Patriot Front staged a rally in Washington, D.C. to reclaim America. There they are. They're all dressed like in uniforms. They're all dressing in they have the big flags with them. They have their faces covered. Those guys they look like they have a purpose. That's not what I would think of. A guy with no purpose would be a fat slob with a ripped, dirty T-shirt on, wearing sweatpants. That's what a guy with no purpose looks like. These MFers got purpose, baby, and I bet they even have a pension plan. Last time that happened, here's what Joe Rogan and Matt Taibbi said about it. Matt Taibbi, who said he was going to call me, never called me.
You're telling me the FBI is not monitoring fringe groups, and they were not aware these people are this fucking organized? Out of nowhere, they pop out with the same size flags and the same outfit on, goose stepping. They're walking, not goose stepping, but walking right at the same pace in a fucking orderly line. Like who organized this?
This is them on their bus. I thought this was going to turn into the video of them walking.
See the video of them walking. Is that the video of them walking?
These are linking to blog posts. So it's not gonna.
God, there's got to be a video of them walking. I know. I've watched it. So here's it. Uniformed white nationalist group marches on Lincoln Memorial. CNN's all in. They're like, we're all in on this. Come on, show us. Look at these guys. Look at these guys. Where's the fat people? How come they're all wearing the same clothes? Do that again. What the fuck is this? Have you ever seen anything that looks more like feds? Tell me that doesn't look like feds. Right?
It's like the 101st Airborne.
Bro, look at this. These guys are all runners. These guys look like they just got out of buds.
I mean,
look, fuck out of here.
They could be real.
Right. They could be real.
They could be real.
Listen, Matt Taibbi, I'm an unreliable source, and I'm a comedian. But looking at that, I'm calling bullshit. Give me that again. Give me that again.
Yeah, okay.
Well, this gets back to like the Oklahoma ivermectin story where
they're all wearing winter coats.
Yeah, like you know.
Look at this. The fuck out of here. How do they all have like uniformed outfits on? They have the same color pants for the most part. Very little variation. They have tan or brown pants. Dark blue shirts with a fucking stupid flag on it. This asshole's got a drum. Back that up. Look at the fucking drum. Bitch, are you Paul Revere? What the fuck are you doing with that drum? He's walking around with a band drum.
It's
like
white
a high
power
school
drum
band.
line.
This is so stupid. It hurts my feelings. They all have flags. Keep that up there.
I was trying to find. There's videos from them from like July.
But I'd like to see that again.
So you know what's so interesting about this though? Is that again? Oh, okay.
I just need to see it. Go ahead. Tell me.
So
look at this. I mean, maybe they're real. Maybe they're real. Could be real. But I'm calling bullshit. They have the same fucking size flags, the same white coloring on their face, the same tan hats on. Get the fuck out of here.
And why are they wearing masks, by the way? Like,
because they're cowards.
Right.
Or they're feds.
Yeah. Like,
right?
Yes.
Why are they wearing masks? Why did the cops leave their masks on them? Want to watch that video? I want to watch that video one more time. Here's the arrest video. And there's the cops just standing there with their super tight pants on. Look at it. Look at his pants. And they leave that, let them have all their hats stay on, their masks stay on.
So Patriot Front got pulled over.
And then why are the cops all standing there? What is this about? What are they doing there?
That's the show.
I have a question. Why is nobody calling for U-Haul to stop doing business with them?
And what kind of, I mean, I've never planned an insurrection or a riot at a gay pride parade, so I don't know how it goes. But wouldn't you just tell people to drive their car? Why would you tell people? Why would you rent a U-Haul and put 31 guys in the back? Do you know how hard it is to ride standing up in the back of a U-Haul? You're being thrown around like crazy. You can't ride standing up in the back of a pickup truck. You can't standing up in the back of a U-Haul. I don't understand. So none of this
see
makes
their
sense.
license plates.
Yeah, they're probably paratroopers, so they're experienced at being in the waiting to dive out of the.
Yeah, you can't. That doesn't make any sense that they would put 31 guys in the back of a U-Haul. It doesn't. Why wouldn't you just tell everybody to get in your car? We'll all meet at the gay pride parade. in Idaho.
Because then you're going to see their license plates, and you're going to be able to track back to the fact that they're all feds.
Well,
The majority part.
That's exactly right, Jackson. But they got the one guy, the 31-year-old leader of the front thing. They got it. They arrested him too. And I'm sure they don't have any. Hey, look, we're not going to prosecute these crimes that we have you on tape doing if you help us out with our fun thing.
I'll bet you that leader, they're basically all feds watching this one guy.
Yep, they're all feds, and that's the one guy. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
That this is not how cops act. This is not, cops do not. First of all, why are they standing there looking away from the people that they've arrested? What? I've never seen that. Everybody get a perimeter, stand out. Why? You're in the middle of Idaho. No one's there.
Well, for the picture.
That's right. This is for the picture. Okay. All the feds turn that way. All the cops turn this way.
Let's say that they're just doing, they wanted to be caught and they're doing it like a nonviolent for whatever reason. Why would they be doing it in Idaho gay pride parade? I've never heard, whether Antifa's in Idaho, I've never heard of anything happening there ever, including a gay pride parade.
Why wouldn't they go to San Francisco? That's where you get your most bang for your anti-gay buck, right? Why wouldn't you go to New York? Why wouldn't you go to Miami? Why wouldn't you go to Chicago? Why wouldn't you go to Portland? Why wouldn't you go to Seattle? Why wouldn't you go to San Francisco where they make the gays? Why wouldn't you go there?
I didn't even know they had gay pride marches
in Idaho. Me neither. Maybe that was it. Maybe that was the last straw for the Patriot Front. They're doing gay pride in Idaho. We've got to put our foot down here. That's the line in the sand. We got to have gay-free Idaho. If we can't have that, what can we have?
Also, gay pride, like that's such a boring. So boring. It's such like a boring thing to even. I mean, you're like a conservative. You're just gay, by the way.
But like everybody's like I drove through the gay parade here in West Hollywood. I didn't know it was happening, and I got caught in the traffic. I was going somewhere, and it looks boring now. It doesn't look like it used to be. You know, you were counterculture. Now it's the culture. So now it's about as exciting or dangerous or subversive as a 4th of July frickin' parade. It's nothing. Now everybody agrees. It's all good. There's frickin' nuns walking with you guys now. It's not a bad thing. It's boring.
There's kids there like it's Disney. It's that watered down from whatever the.
I mean, I like the old gay pride parade where you didn't know what was going to happen and you saw shit you didn't see before.
There's got to be a lot of gays that are not like, I love having kids. Well, this is great. This went commercial.
Yeah, they're like the gays are like Disney was in the 90s. Hey, this sounded like a good idea. But maybe we don't have the kids.
I would say the gay pride parade is actually less gay than Disney.
Yeah.
It's the least gay thing you could take your kid to at this point.
Here, we're doing stand-up comedy in Los Angeles on June 11th, and then we're going to Chicago, Sacramento, and San Diego on July 16th for the taping of my new special. Go to jimmydorecomedy.com for a link for all tickets. See you there.